some business news. The box office takings in cinemas since COVID restrictions were lifted in England are half of what they were in this time in 2019. 66 million was spent on seeing films like Black Widow and Fast and Furious 9 in the 4 weeks after Freedom Day, so-called, 19th of July. Figure for the corresponding weeks pre-pandemic was 129 million, I should say. Caroline Smith is General Manager of Arc Cinema in Beeston in Nottinghamshire. Has this been your experience, Caroline?
Yes, so since we reopened, and since we reopened in May, we're a new cinema, but our chain reopened in May. We saw, obviously, restrictions of 50% occupancy we were allowed to have for social distancing. And then into to July, that magic date of the 19th, when restrictions were lifted, then obviously we were able to take away the 50%, though we've kept a degree of social distancing, so whereby we were able to take away, we were locking off 2 seats, we were able to put 1 seat in between, just for consumers really to make sure that they feel safe, because I think that's why people are not coming, is that they're still not fully ready to come out and to sit in a cinema with other people at the moment.
Well, I suppose we've had it drummed into us that being with other people in an enclosed area without windows open and so on, which plainly you can't have in a cinema, is the biggest sort of vector for transmission. So it's not difficult to work out why people might be reluctant to go. I mean, how can you overcome that in the short term?
So we do have quite complex aircon systems that draw in fresh air, and they are all set to a maximum to make sure that there's a maximum airflow coming through. But it's down to the cleanliness, it's down to the cleaning schedules. So we wash down the seats after every use. We go in and we clean, and we use all the same. We're still using the same techniques we were using back in May. So we're making sure that we have a seat in between, because no one wants to share an armrest. So we make sure there is a seat in between. We make sure that all our teams are all still wearing face masks and face guards. We still have our COVID screens up for in the concessions areas, and it's just getting people to come back, and realising that once they do come through the door and they can see the things that we're doing, then they do feel safe, and people are coming back regularly rather than just kind of staying at home.
So you're not giving in to despair just yet?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There was a lot of consumer surveys and things done during lockdown, and one of the top things that people said over and over again that they missed was going to the cinema, because it doesn't matter what you do at home, you just can't emulate that experience, the sound, the quality of the film, the big screen. You just can't emulate that at home.
And in your marketing stuff, as well as showing what films you're taking and what your catering might be and so on, I mean, are you also putting in there what steps you've taken?
Absolutely, yeah, and it's because it's one of the first things that people will ask, but it's one of the first things they look for on websites. I think we all do it now. Whether you're going out for dinner, whether you're going to the cinema, wherever you're going, you want to see what that company is doing and what they're doing to make you feel safe. And it's all about making not just the customers, but also our staff feel safe, so that they're here to work. So it's making sure that everybody's looked after.
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Best of luck. Caroline Smith, General Manager of Arc Cinema in Beeston in Nottinghamshire.